What is good, YouTube? We are back here with another banger video. I wanted to say thank you all so much for showing love on my build specialization video. That one went absolutely crazy. It's been our biggest video to date, and I'm definitely hoping to one-up that video here with this one. So a few of you guys have been asking for my build. This is actually an updated version of the build that I posted on my channel and that I started playing with on stream when the game first came out. Now that I've had my hands on the game for a little bit, I've really got to see what attributes I think are most important, and I've really figured out how to craft a build that's going to be maximized for cap breakers, and this is exactly what it is. So instead of showing you guys this build in the builder, I'm showing you guys what it looks like in my career when it's fully maxed out. We can see here that the build name is automatic and I have a red plate, meaning that once I switch to this build, I have been cooking everyone on every single game mode. So this build is maxed out all the way to a 99 potential. Make sure when you make this build, you're copying down these physicals right here exactly as they're listed. You want to be 6'8", 188 pounds with a 6'9" wingspan at the small forward position. Now your build name won't be automatic like it says on screen. If you want to figure out how to get your build name to be automatic, make sure you go watch my last YouTube video. I gave you guys a quick explanation as to how you can have that build name, but we'll go to the stats now. We're going to go with our close shot at a 69. If I were to remake this build one more time, I would definitely have that close shot on a 70. So if you plan on hitting legend and getting all your cap breakers, look into a 70 close shot. You're going to cap break this once to get paint prodigy on bronze. Going back, this is really the only change I would make to this build. Driving layup is going to be a 75. Driving dunk is going to be 88, and you're going to cap break this up to a 93. Standing dunk is going to be a 48. That's all you need to be able to get the best standing dunk animations in the game. Post control is going to be a 70. This is something that you might cap break, I think, twice if you're planning on hitting legend and getting almost all of the cap breakers in the game. So you add those two cap breakers and you'll have like an 80 something post control. That's going to give you some gold badges. Speaking of those gold badges, I went with an 80 mid-range. This is a lot higher than some people will go on a build like this, but when you go with 80, you're going to get gold post-fade phenom because we upped that post control and prepared it to get the cap breakers. For the three-pointer, we're going with an 86, and you're going to cap break this up 4 times. Use your build specialization on shooting to get 2 of those cap breakers, and then get the other 2 cap breakers from seasons, from rep, from whatever other method you're going to get those cap breakers. Just get it up to a 90. 89 is kind of the sweet spot, but I'm going ahead and committing all the way to the 90 just to even it out and have better ratings. Free throw, you're going to go with a 66. You can use cap breakers on this as well, but this is when I'm referencing hitting legend. You don't really want to mess with this until you're up in those really high levels of cap breakers. The pass accuracy is a 65. You're going to want to cap break this 3 times. This is one of the very first things you're going to cap break. You see, I've done my dunk, I've done my shooting. I did one on agility. I'm waiting until I hit starter 5 to get those 3 cap breakers, which I will be hitting starter 5 pretty soon. Those 3 cap breakers are going to go straight on to pass accuracy. It's going to go from a 65 to a 71. At 71, you get silver dimer. Silver dimer can be +1 with your badge perk up to gold. And gold is absolutely enough to be able to hit in this game this year. And 71 is definitely enough pass accuracy, especially in the park. I run 71 in Pro-Am and have no problem. You just have to make the right passes at the right time. Ball handle is going to be 86. This is going to give you every animation you need for a tall guard. I don't really need to dive too deeply into that. Speed with ball is going to be at 80. It's the highest possible speed with ball rating you can get on this build at these physicals. Interior defense is 60. This is just enough to get certain badges. I recommend having it here because you're actually going to be able to hold your own down low. Perimeter defense is at 86. You're going to cap break this 5 to a 91, giving you gold on ball menace, which also can be plussed to Hall of Fame or legend if you really want to make this build into a true lockdown. So if you really grind it out, finish your specialization, and have all of your badge perks, you could have legend set shot specialist, legend on ball menace, and Hall of Fame posterizer all on a 6'8" guard. I'm telling you guys, this is the most overpowered build in the game. It can play any single game mode and dominate them all. You'll see me in the anti-up, you'll see me in park, you'll see me in rec, you'll see me in pro-am, you'll see me in the theater. I'm everywhere, and I got a red plate because this build is so versatile. On the steal is 85. You could go lower on this steal if you want to put more attributes in other categories, say your pass accuracy, say maybe you touch up the physicals just a little bit, maybe you add some free throw. Steals are super hard to get this year. You do not get plucks like you used to in previous 2Ks, and the lanes are kind of iffy. As I've gotten better at the game though and kind of got my timing down, I'm probably averaging 1.5 steals in the Pro-Am. If I can have an 85 and still get 1.5 steals a game, I'm cool with that, but it really is a decision up to you guys. If you want to go a little bit lower, maybe 79 range, then 74 block, you're going to cap break this up 4 times to get a 78. That's going to give you silver high flying denier. You would be surprised just how many blocks you get because of this build's physicals and its block rating. It will sky through the air and still block people with a 74. Plus 4 cap breakers up to that 78 is going to help you so much. You're going to be chasing down people like prime LeBron. I'm telling you guys right now. 38 offensive rebound. This is super low, but you're not on the offensive glass very often on a 6'8 forward. You can get down there and bang. You can get a lot of putback dunks even with that low rating, but the 60 is where it's going to really set itself apart. I put up like 4 rebounds per game in the Pro-Am just because I play the corner and I have a 60 rating. You can cap break this twice. 2 cap breakers on your 60 defensive rebound, it's going to go up 5 both times to a 70. You're going to get silver box out beast on this build. You do not get silver rebound chaser, but you'll have bronze rebound chaser and silver box out beast while only having 60 points invested into your rebound plus the 2 cap breakers, pushing it all the way to a 70. So a 70 defensive rebound is more than enough. I have a lot of success with the 60. It's all about timing and positioning. Green those rebounds on this build and you will be rewarded. Physicals I don't really need to explain. I think they're very undervalued every single year in 2K. We have 85 speed, 79 agility, cap break that +1 because that's going to give you that on-ball menace once you do use +5 cap breakers on your perimeter defense. 73 strength, that's going to give you a lot of badges like gold, strong handle. You can bully people on the way to the paint with this build. And then 80 vertical, that's enough for the dunk packages and gold posterizer. Otherwise, this build is maxed out to 99. You can see it on screen. I told you where to place your cap breakers. If you guys have any other questions about cap breakers, feel free to let me know down below. So I'm going to show you guys the badges on this build as well. As you can see, I have a lot of gold. I personally think that gold is a very good level for a lot of these badges. I got legend set shot on this build. You kind of want to abuse your slashing a lot more than your ISOing up top. If you're going to get downhill and slash, you can snatch back very easily and hit jumpers over top of people with your size. Moving to the tier 2, this is where we see some other higher level badges. One really good perk about this build is you get lightning launch as a tier 2, meaning I run Hall of Fame lightning launch on a 6'8" point forward. Super overpowered. We have a post fade phenom. I told you guys that will go up to gold once you use some cap breakers. Dimer, I'm going to be using some cap breakers soon, getting that up to gold as well. Aerial wizard's very nice for putback dunks. I get a lot of those in the rec. I can crash the boards a lot more in there because I'm not really worried about my point guard duties as much in the rec as I am on Pro Am 5v5, which, like I said, again, this build can run point guard, it can run shooting guard, small forward, it can even bang down low at the 4. This is a ball dominant build that's going to distribute and fill up the stat sheet. So here's my badge perks that I'm using. You can pause the video here and kind of take into account what I'm doing, and you can decide for yourself if you would do anything different. If you do anything different, go ahead and comment down below. Maybe I could take your guys' advice and change up how I'm running my own build. But otherwise, this is what I do. This is what I recommend you guys do as well if you're kind of newer into the game and grinding out this build for the first time. So for the takeover, I'm using a custom takeover. On this build, I'm using ball handle, speed with ball, and perimeter defense. The shooting is already high. You don't need to boost the shooting with your takeover. I shoot like 65% in Pro Am, which is one of the highest difficulty game modes in all of NBA 2K26. So I don't need shooting takeover. I use the blur takeover ability because I'm telling you, you can rim run like no one's business on this 6'8". You will blow by everyone instantly. As long as you take care of the ball, you're going to have a huge meter at the end of your dunk. Like I said, you don't need to boost your shooting. You don't need to boost your dunking. All it is ball handle, speed with ball, and perimeter defense. You will blow by people and you can clamp up. So I'm going to show you guys some animations on this build really quickly. I know my face is covering it up. I'll move myself out of the way right quick for you all. Contact dunks, you're going to go with Pro for the 2 foot. For the 1 foot, you're going to go with Pro as well. Standing dunks, you're just going to do these 2 packages right here on the NBA dunks on the regular standing. Signature dunks, I run with Russell Westbrook. If you do not cap break your driving dunk, use LeBron dunks, and then once you've cap breaking it from a 88, I think it is, to a 93, that's when you're going to equip these Westbrook dunks. They are so overpowered. You move like a guard going to the rack, and you can take off from so far away from the bucket and throw it down. Regular alley-oops, you're going to use Pro and Elite alley-oops both. I'll probably end up testing out these Zion dunks later in the year. This is something that worked for me really well in previous 2K titles. And then moving on to contact alley-oops, you're going to go Pro Contact and Elite Contact. Obviously, for contact dunks, you want to put on every single package that you can get, because in my experience, that's how you activate more contact dunks, is by having all of the different animations equipped to your player. So yeah, that wraps up the dunk packages. We're going to go back into animations and check out this jump shot creator. So this is a really good jump shot for players who are 6'5" and under 6'10". So our base is going to be Matt Ryan. Upper release 1 is Kyle Korver. Upper release 2 is going to be PJ Washington. And here is your blending and release speed. You're going to go all the way on release for your visual cue. Release speed is maxed out. You're a bigger player. You want to be able to shoot those shots quick. So you're going to max that all the way out. Animation blending is 65% Kyle Korver and 35% PJ Washington. So again, let me know if you guys have any questions about this build down below in the comments. I would also really appreciate if you guys showed a lot of love on this video, because I'm going to be submitting it to 2K to try to get my build entered as a creator build in the game. Hopefully we're one of the lucky creators who gets chosen to have their name and their build in the game. I'm really hoping this is the build to do it, because it's the build that I'm going to be using for the rest of the year. It's going to be the Dimer DF build. I'm telling you guys right now, we're going to put our name on the map with this one, and I appreciate you all showing love in advance, because I know we can do it. I know that we're going to stay consistent on this YouTube grind, and having my name in the game would mean everything. So I appreciate you all for showing love as always. And if anyone at 2K is watching this video right now, I appreciate you for taking the time to view my submission. With that being said, this is the build. Let me know what you guys think about it, and peace.